First off, a huge thank you to EA and Battlefield for inviting me to play Tsuru Reef early. I'll be covering a lot in this video, but mainly the content I actually got hands-on with, so there won't be any Wake Island gameplay just yet. However, I do have a dedicated video on the Wake Islands coming soon, so don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss it. There also wasn't access to the new sniper rifle or the new jets, so I'm assuming they'll arrive in Phase 2 of Season 4. Let's start off with the map. The first thing you'll notice is you get access to the entire map. It's not the background or like out of bounds areas. You get access to all the little islands, all what you see pretty much. There's plenty of hills, natural cover, open areas, which means you can adapt to almost every playstyle, whether you prefer infantry, vehicles, boats, or aircraft. I do think this will end up being quite a sniper heavy map, because there are some incredibly long sightlines which are perfect for ranged engagement. At the same time, thanks to its very tropical environment, dense foliage, and uneven terrain, it's surprisingly easy to flank said snipers if they're not paying attention. It creates a nice balance of between long range and close quarters. Overall, I think this is a fantastic addition to the map pool, and the exact kind of variety Battlefield 6 has been desperately needing. The terrain is very hilly, so while vehicles are the fastest way to get around the map, they do sacrifice their maneuverability when it comes to climbing certain areas. So it actually feels like a fair trade-off, rather than just being vehicles being the obvious choice to get a good kill game. One thing that did take me by surprise was the aircraft vehicle selection. I did expect to see the attack helicopter or the little bird available from the start, but instead we only had transport helicopters with a single little bird spawn location at E. So you won't expect many helicopters on this map, or as many as you're used to, which can be quite a good thing or a bad thing, the way you depends if you want them or not. But I think this may vary with the modes, because I got an image here that does show the attack helicopter on Tsuru. So I'm assuming that might be the carrier game mode. I can't wait for that. Now, while I really enjoyed the map overall, I do think it's a little too big for 64 players. It genuinely feels like it was originally designed with 128 players in mind, and I'd love to see how it plays with said player count. More players doesn't automatically make a map better or make gameplay better, but on a battlefield this large, I'd definitely love to see and experience the extra scale with it. Moving on to the boats, I found them underwhelming. Although I didn't spend much time with them, so don't take my word too seriously on them. My biggest issue was the passenger seat. Instead of getting something more engaging, the passenger gets a mortar. Mortars are already the least exciting weapon you could possibly use, and trying to aim accurately with them on the move while on a boat that is jumping up and down on the waves isn't exactly too much fun. So you have to kind of sit there stationary, which again, isn't that engaging. The driver does seem to get access to explosive cannon and a machine gun, which does look more enjoyable, but I didn't get to play them. Now, onto the weapons. The EF-88 assault rifle was probably my favorite of the bunch. It reminded me a lot of the L85. Very accurate, very reliable, easy to control. I wouldn't be surprised if it ends up being one of the meta weapons at launch. The Burn 3 carbine was a bit of an odd one. Despite being a carbine, it almost behaves like an SMG, thanks to its incredibly fast close range time to kill. I'm still undecided on it, but it's definitely an interesting weapon. The VSSM DRM was another one that felt like it was a bit of a identity crisis. It almost seemed like it was designed around the full auto attachment. As a typical DMR, it's most definitely the weakest option at long range, but once you switch to full auto, it feels much more like a carbine that's more designed for the close quarter fights. The downside is some of those attachments are very expensive. Off the bat, the barrel attachments will set you down 20 to 30 points. By default, there's no opting in or out of that. On top of that, you'll have another 40 points to spend if you want the full auto. So once you have full auto, it really doesn't leave you much room for experimentation, but I understand that is due to balance in mind, but it doesn't allow for any kind of experimentation. That said, these are only my first impressions. I definitely need some more time with everything to see how it ends up. It may be different in later builds or on release, you never know. Anyway, enough talking, enough yapping. Enjoy my gameplay with my first impressions and commentary in between. Hey there, welcome back. Hello if you're new. Today I'm playing the Tsuru Reef early, so a big thank you to EA and Battlefield. We're doing the Conquest in Escalations. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think this is one of the biggest map? Because it's got like all the way to H and HI. How long is it going to take? How many engineers we got off the bat? 1, 2, I don't know what you are. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So one whole half the lobby is engineer. Get some people in the helicopter. Anyway, helicopter is a good way of showing off the map. That building is essentially the one from Battlefield 4, Hanoi Resort. Got the like exact layout, the balcony bit. There should be some stairs here. Yes, there's stairs. Oh, vending machine. Nippon. Japan. We're in Japan. My funding has not gotten me anywhere, but at least I can play it virtually here. I suck. And it's just a little bit too high for me to shoot over. That is so annoying. Look at that goober jumping around. Little bird. Where are we going? We don't need roads. There goes his bike. I don't know if they've improved like those kind of animations or whatnot. Just put some holes in that for you. I think you only get one heli, at least in Conquest, and you get that from E. Oh, it's Mr. Dalek, dude. There is honestly so much to fly around. Oh, that was cool. That was cool. I don't know how much the rocket launcher would do against the boat. Not a lot. More than I thought. He tried to melee me. I love the sound of this thing. Let's get a flank on these. I haven't actually been in some of these rooms. Houses. It's kind of weird. It's got the same layout as like the Warzone ones, but it's like stylized in like a Japanese place. Japan already better. It is extremely spacious. I feel like I could keep running and find maybe 1 or 2 people. That's obviously like a Red Bull knockoff. That one's obviously a Monster knockoff. Damn. I'm pretty sure that means like wood or paper or God. I'm sure it means multiple things. So that is very confusing why that's on a drink. And again, Japanese language is confusing. The glowing rockets have started. How did they all miss? I hit mine, but there's like 5 different glowing beams, and I'm the only one that hit them. To be honest, I need ammo. And there's very conveniently a support kit here. Is there an enemy tank coming around the corner? Yes. Oh. What I can do about this one? I just don't have the bits for it.
I got you.
Huh? I'm engineer, and they're not on my squad. What? Huh? Wait, is it because I picked up that support kit briefly that I now have that ability? I'm still engineer. I got a blowtorch. What can I say? I'm simply the greatest. I think if you might do quite a bit of running around if you don't have some vehicles, being a little taxi service. I'd say this gun is very similar to the AL-85. Secure this hill. No, I'm out of ammo. I need ammo. They don't got ammo. Ignore that. I can literally drag revive people. IA? What does that mean? That was a bit close. Where did they even come from? The roof. Fair enough. How do we gonna get to the roof? Do I need to take the elevator? It's a zip line. As much as I hate zip lines, I suppose it's better than an elevator. Bonk. On the nose. They've got the support kit. Can I replicate the thing? So I switch to it, switch back, and I should be able to revive people. Yes, final kill. Yes, yeah, most kills. Let's go. Rod 3 this time. I think I've joined an ongoing. Even here, I cannot escape joining ongoing, losing much. I honestly don't see this rod being particularly too great on this map, because it is very large. It's very much a very CQC centered weapon. So it might be a bit of a difficult one to do well with, unless you CQC only. Is someone going this way? Is it Sin again? No, it's Blue Ghost. Alright, now for the carbine, that should be a EMR, that should be a carbine. Okay, that... The bullets go where it don't do enough damage for me to get him in that range. Dr. Pepper. Fainter. T-cell. You gotta lead it so much. Velocity is so slow. Okay, I've tried all the guns. Really not... I'm very disappointed with the air as well. More of an SMG, and it doesn't really fulfill its purpose as a DMR particularly well. There's so much foliage, so it's so difficult to spot people. Oh, that's perfect.
Contact! Enemy helo!
And that is almost going down.
Hostiles now hold more objectives. Out.
Oh, the worst thing you could have done. Stood still. The moment you did. Bam.
Enemy helo!
Oh, that would have been so good. But of course it is a frame.
Sniper!
How's that not hit? Huh? Ooh, more parachuting. Hey there. Oh, that's perfect.
Contact! Sniper!
New best, new best. Obviously, this is the other one, so my stats don't carry over. It's a very nice map for sniping.
Transport helicopters confirmed.
Close quarter RPG. And it worked. $34. What did I... 34.
Got eyes on enemy vehicle!
Our forces have light armored vehicles cleared for combat.
Yeah, of course I got the rangefinder.
Secure our defenses.
Reloading!
Oh, I got the jet, I got the jet. That's cool. Oh, that missile interception BS needs to go. I am severely outnumbered every time I go up a hill.
Enemy machine gun! Enemy helicopter!
Helicopter? Can I get a jet on top of that?
Fast mover!
That would have been so cool if I got that. Heli, tank, jet, all in one. Hit a slow mo. See how close that was.
The enemy holds a majority of objectives. They're close to taking ground.
I don't know if it's every Japanese like toilet, but they usually have the sink in the bowl. But I want to climb. Let me climb. I think someone's using this to test out the recoil patterns. Oh, there's another person. They got revived. Oh, not. Yes. Let's try and get rid of these people on the hill. There's always someone on the hill. Boat. Boat. Fish. I see fish. Sakana. Oh, to be honest, it's kind of ass. I'm gonna shout. I'm gonna be a mobile mortar that can barely hit anything.
Got eyes on a sniper!
As always, thank you for watching. Until next time, see ya.